In the aftermath of Irma, you've seen images, hundreds of thousands of vehicles like these damaged by flooding. Many are now being examined by experts to determine whether those cars are salvageable or if they're a total loss.
Tarek's here now with important information about the impact the flooding will have on the car industry and how to spot a previously flooded vehicle. Tarek?
Tom and Mary, insurance companies are overwhelmed with claims right now from owners of vehicles that took on water during the hurricane. Despite popular belief, some cars can be saved and refurbished, but the majority of them, they don't stand a chance. And some of them may end up back on the used car market soon. They are the motorized casualties of Hurricane Irma. Thousands of vehicles in Jacksonville that suffered water damage at the height of the storm. Tow truck driver James McConnell says towing companies are working overtime, trying to clear the questionable cars and trucks from the roads.
Yeah, I got a lot of cars that are inaccessible. Streets are inaccessible, but we're doing the best we can just to get them out, get them to the insurance company.
Is it possible that it could survive, or is it likely that it's never the same?
It'd never be the same. 9 times out of 10, I would say this, I'd say 99 out of 100, if you get this computer wet, you can throw it away.
Local mechanic Aaron Nelson says the only cars that can survive water intrusion are older vehicles that don't have computer systems, or the vehicles that installed their computers higher up in the dashboard, for example.
Some of these new cars could have as many as 8 or 10 or 12 computers in them, maybe more, depending on the automobile and the amenities in it. Problem is, a lot of those computers are set low. They're on the floorboards. They're in areas to try to keep them cool, like in the engine compartments and stuff like that. So if you do get a flood, water comes into the car, it damages those computers and stuff like that there. Many cases, the individual person, it'd be almost impossible for them to repair it themselves.
Nelson says he's concerned the used car market will soon see an influx in flooded cars from Hurricanes Harvey and Irma.
So if you're going to buy one, buy it now. Don't wait, because my concern is that people are going to get bit. They're going to, they're going to buy a used car, and they're going to have problems.
Nelson says it can take more than 6 months for a Carfax report to reveal the vehicle has suffered water damage. To spot it yourself, look for corrosion on electrical wiring or in the interior of the car's body. But the safest bet is to get it looked at by a licensed mechanic. Also, trust your nose. If the car smells like an old sock, then it's probably suffered some water damage. She also says people trying to sell these previously flooded out vehicles sometimes ship them out of the state and often create bogus documentation. So don't rush when you're buying a used car. And if you do, when you do, be sure to purchase that warranty.